Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And as I've been getting closer to finishing Tmnt 2012, there's one topic that I've been thinking about. And that's what is the true ending of this show? There are two possible episodes. The first option are the Mutant Apocalypse episodes, which is the finale that the writers wrote to be the finale, but then Nickelodeon decided that those episodes were too dark, so they advertised them as taking place in an alternate universe. It made the 87 crossover episodes the final episodes. I think that both sets of episodes are really good, but which one is a better finale? I'll start with the crossover episodes since the Mutant Apocalypse episodes is the main thing I want to talk about. While I was watching these episodes, it did definitely feel more finale-ish than I thought they would. You have quite a few returning characters. The Turtles upgrade both the Shell Razor and the Party Wagon to use in the fight. And then of course you have two sets of Turtles teaming up to defeat 87, Krang, and Shredder. It would be a good send-off to the show if it wasn't for one thing. The last scene takes place in the 87 universe. This might not be a big deal to some people, but for me, having the final scene be focused on 87, Bebop, and Rocksteady kind of ruins this as a finale for me. It just doesn't feel like a finale to me, and that's probably because it isn't. This wasn't written to be the final scene of the show, and it's because of this one small thing that I don't really like these episodes being the final episodes of this show. As for the Mutant Apocalypse episodes, I can totally see why Nickelodeon didn't like it. This show has gone away with some pretty dark and mature stories before, but this, I don't know how they were even allowed to make these episodes. The premise is that the Krang were finally successful at mutating the planet and turned it into this Mad Max-like setting, fully inhabited by mutants. So as far as we know, the only characters who are still alive are the four Turtles, Ice Cream Kitty, and Chompy. Everyone else could very likely be dead, and it's confirmed that April, Casey, and all the other human characters were killed by the mutagen bomb. Also, technically, Donnie was killed, but then he pulled a honeycut and transferred his consciousness into the rebuilt Metalhead.
Okay. I have no idea what you're saying, but it's cool.
The story itself is pretty simple, but I think it kind of had to be able to fit within 3 22-minute episodes. And it is really obvious that Maximus Kong is Leo. Still, the scene itself was really well done, especially the music. These are definitely some of the weakest villains this show has to offer, but they work just fine for this story and are still enjoyable. Apparently the reason for all of this was that the writers didn't want the show to be artificially continued after it ended, which is actually really smart. These episodes definitely feel like the proper finale that this show deserves, and for that reason I'm leaning more towards these episodes being the finale, but I'm really split on this. On one hand, while the crossover episodes is definitely a less satisfying ending, it does leave everything off on a good note. But on the other hand, even though the Mutant Apocalypse episodes is a much more satisfying ending, it does end the show on a very bittersweet note. And not like, oh, the hero saved the day, but it came at the cost of another main character's life. No, here, while the four brothers are reunited, and they make it to Oasis, the entire world is still destroyed, and who knows if it will ever recover. You wanna know something? I still haven't finished rewatching the show yet. So apparently, on the DVD box set that I'm watching the show on, neither the crossover episodes or the Mutant Apocalypse episodes are the final episodes. The last set of episodes I'm going to be watching are the Usagi Yojimbo crossover episodes. Now, it has been years since I've seen these episodes, but from what I remember, the Turtles are basically side characters, which is fine for those episodes. I just find it kind of funny that whoever made the DVDs decides to put the episodes where the Turtles aren't the main focus last. I went in knowing that the crossover episodes weren't going to be the final episodes, since they have a DVD named after them. So I just assumed that the Apocalypse episodes would be last. But no, they were placed between Lone Rat and Cubs, which is an amazing episode, and the Universal Monsters episodes. Overall, Season 5 of 2012 is really good. It's nothing mind-blowing, and Season 4 is definitely where the show peaked. But Season 5 was definitely a good last few adventures, and a great send-off to the show. Now, one more thing, this might be my last Tmnt 2012 video, since I'm almost done rewatching the show, and assuming that I don't find anything in the last couple sets of episodes I would want to make into a video, this might be the last one. I could maybe go back to seasons 1 and 2, but I don't know. There is another series I'm thinking about talking about that might replace Tmnt. It's not really similar to Tmnt or Ninjago in many ways, and it's a fairly obscure franchise I have actually mentioned a couple of times in previous videos. But with that, if you enjoyed, I'd really appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to like and subscribe. Bye!